Hello, common people. This is a Common Guy Reviews, and I am your lovely host, Pepse. Weird, daring, but not quite enough to make a lasting impact. Anonymous Animals is 2020 French fantasy film directed by Baptiste Rouvière. I hope that's pronounced correctly. It was released in theaters back in 2021 and it's director's first feature film. This movie took awards in international competitions, all 15 of them. In all simplicity, movies about a world where things have been flipped. Humans are hunted, trafficked away as animals, killed, eaten, and whatnot. Ones who do this are animals, or more specifically, anthropomorphic animals, human torso, human hands and feet, but big animal heads. These creatures speak in their own language, we cannot understand it. Whole film was without any understandable dialogue. It was a dark depict on cruelty in animal industries. Humans were pictured as scared animals that just covered away from possible pain and suffering, ending up in a slaughter anyway. Movie was indeed disturbing, but at the same time I think they took it too lightly. I felt like there was a lot of more room for even more disturbing imaginary. But for some reason they never went there. Nobody's throat was slit open whilst they hang upside down and bleed dry, nobody was castrated without anesthesia, nobody was kicked and beaten to get them moving. This imaginary situations was disturbing in its lightest form. Movie was only about 60 minutes long, so really nothing groundbreaking was able to be present. I understand what they tried, and I see why this movie was awarded, but maybe I'm just too used to hyper-violence in movies. After all, I just watched all Terrifiers, which are easily S-tier slasher films. I also was confused how humans operated in this movie. At the start of the film, humans were hiding together in bushes, signing to each other and communicating like humans without talking, with their hands. Then when they are caught, all this was put aside, and now they also act as scared animals. Even when they are together, they no longer try to communicate. They just tippity-toe around. I would like more consistent decision of how they are going to act. Are they humans playing the role of the animals, or are they animals that just look human? They had human clothing, but nothing about it was said. Movie tells you outside of the actual film that it's the world where humans have lost their place in the world. Now, this fall of grace was also never addressed. But I think it's all due to how short this movie was and its artistic views. In a nutshell, it was a good idea in a package that was not utilized in its fullest potential. Maybe someone animal rights activist would love this, but I am too used to graphic imaginary that this really didn't move me at all. But I like the idea how the animals were turned into the humans. Like the animal heads were not cute. They were really grotesque, really realistic animal heads, and they talked in a crunch that the animal would make, like horse or an ox. They would speak or make sounds like a horse and ox would make when they were talking to each other. It was just full of grunting, spitting, snoring and snorting and whatnot. It was not like in some fantasy view where the animals have the animal head and they talk like humans. No, it was really more of a like grunting. Yeah. But this was my review about the anonymous animals. If you have an hour to spare, take a look at it. Maybe you find yourself relating on the issues. This was Common Guy Reviews and I am your lovely host, Pepse, and I'll see you in the next review. Goodbye.